How to quote homeowners policy through Texas Fair Plan. This is Texas Fair Plan's website, and we got to log in to make sure we can get to the quoting screens. So we'll go ahead and type in their information here. We're going to click Login, Continue, scroll over to Producers, and click on Begin Quote. Once you click on Begin Quote, this will prompt you, asking you some questions, and these are the information that you can gather on Texas or the data information screen or page that's given to you by the consultant. So we'll go ahead and click Continue. We're going to choose a homeowner's policy, and it's going to be in Texas. Next, I'll pull up the name and address and information screen. We want to choose the policy type as a HOA for our homeowner's policy. Here we'll type in the information of the insured, and then we'll scroll down and type in the address. We want to fill out as much as we can. Anytime we miss something, it will give us an error message. So just do the best you can. If you miss something, it will prompt you that you have. So we can just scan through it and fill out as much as we can. Again, all this information will be on your data summary screen, so you won't have to search for it. It will be all in front of you. And then we're going to click Continue. You need to fill out the eligibility questions before we continue. If you notice the fields in red, those are required, so we need to make sure we answer all the questions. Once you have completed all the questions, we'll just click Continue to go to the next screen. If you notice up here to the right, it states that there has been a problem, so we need to address the issue and answer it properly before it let us go to the next screen. Let's try not applicable. As you can see, it took us to the General Information tab. It asks us again to confirm the effective date of the quote, how many miles from the fire station we are, and the closest seat to the fire hydrant. All this information, again, would be all in your data summary sheet, so you could just transfer that information to this quote. So then you'll click Continue. Then it'll take you to the property information screen. This page is where you'll enter all the information that you have on the home. And any field that you miss, it will prompt you. So we'll just fill it out as much as we could according to our data summary screen. Then we'll click Continue. Then it takes us to the coverage screen. This coverage screen is where you would fill in the different type of packages that we offer. If you notice, the replacement cost dwelling that pulled up for this property was automatically filled in. We can leave it as is. If there's another amount that your consultant would like you to quote, you would just adjust that figure here. You can just put your cursor over it, highlight it, delete it, and input the new amount. The actual cash value is also pre-filled for you. It gives you the option to cover the homeowners for as much as you want. If this is the actual cash value and this is the replacement cost, you don't really have to worry about those figures. Your consultant will give you the information on your data summary screen to pre-filled, and you can just quote it according to the summary screen. All right, and again, in those packages, that the consultant want you to quote. It would include personal liability and medical payments, and these are where you would adjust that for each package that your consultant asks you or requests of you to quote. And here's the deductible where you can adjust that. Again, you fill all this filled out to the best of your knowledge. Everything will be on your data summary screen that your consultant give you, so you don't have to worry about how much coverage to input. You can just follow that screen. Once I filled out everything, if you notice, it gave me some red arrows that it wants me to adjust. So since we requested replacement, we need to go ahead and make sure all the figures matches. So we'll try again and see if there's any other errors that pop up. Okay. And this screen is the summary screen. If you look at the top left-hand corner, it gives you the quote number. When you scroll all the way down, it gives you all the information. If ever you need to change anything that you messed up in while you're doing the quote, you can click change and adjust whatever you need to. Same thing for the eligibility questions and the coverages. So if you were doing a quote with different packages, instead of having to go back for each screen, you could just make the changes here. Click on the change button and change where you need to. So this is the information, and if you check and everything's okay, we'll just click continue to get our quote. If you look here, it pulls up our quote for us. So this is what you would need to attach. It gives you the dwelling amount, the limit, and the premium, and the payment options here. If you want to print this out and save it and attach it to Epic, you can do so. There's a couple ways you can do that, but for the sake of this example, we're just going to right-click and save. So we can either save the picture of the document as and then save it to our desktop, name the file correctly for whatever the file may be. You can just type it in here. So this would be a homeowner's quote, and then the package that you've quoted for, and then the company name, which is Texas Fair Plan Association. And then you can save it and attach it to your Epic quote under attachments. And then if you wanted to go back and make changes to each packages, you can click change quote, make the adjustment here, click continue, and save it again. And that is how you save, start, and quote homeowners policy through Texas Fair Plan.